Strength and flexibility in dancers. There are several components to physical fitness, including strength and flexibility, both of which are necessary for a dancer. Flexibility allows for increased range of motion and accomplishes the aesthetic of dance. Most muscular strength creates speed and force, making for more powerful movement. It is evident through research that dancers are not as strong as they should be to support their flexibility and technique. Media often highlights dancers in overly stretched positions to amplify flexibility, but rarely are dancers encouraged to engage in muscular strength training. A balance between muscular strength and flexibility needs to be understood and encouraged in the dance world to ensure that dancers are properly trained to promote health and career longevity. Movements such as jumps, floor work, partner work, or adagio, slow controlled movements, require muscular strength for control, graceful execution, and safety. Commonly, dancers are forcing positions which compromise alignment in order to achieve the base aesthetic for dance. A 2010 study conducted by Wyon discussing stretching for dancers stated that having too much focus on increasing flexibility and range of motion without developing the muscular strength to do so effectively is often problematic and not successful. For instance, when performing a développé, if a dancer has adequate muscular strength in both the gesture leg and the supporting leg, he/she will less likely develop common hip injuries. Muscular strength provides support to the joints for the dancer so as not to compromise alignment and to increase position stability. This allows the dancer the ability to maintain the position for longer. For dancers to have more control of their movements, specifically when a hypermobile position, muscular strength offers support to the joints, making for safer landings, effortless movement, and decreases the likelihood of soft tissue injuries. Incorporating a balance between muscular strength and flexibility, it must first be understood what muscular strength is and the science behind the training of it. When a muscle applies speed and force against a resistance, it is demonstrating the strength. Muscular strength training activates the brain to recruit more muscle fibers to work against the resistance. When resistance resistance. When resistance is added over a period of time, the muscle fibers and the neural pathways begin to adapt, making the muscle more efficient and stronger. There are various strength training principles such as specificity, overload, recovery, and adaptation, which must be applied to any training program for the program to be effective. Produce results. Specificity is focusing on the muscle or muscle groups associated with the action to gain strength. Overload includes intensity, duration, and frequency of training. If overload is done properly, with recovery included, adaptation of the body will occur. These concepts are important to understand for training to be successful. Dancers often take part in Pilates or yoga. Due to their similarity to dance, they help build muscular strength and endurance and focus on joint mobility and flexibility.
It is difficult to mimic what we do in the studio and bring it to here in the gym because ballet movements are quite unique. But you can target each muscle and use that strength in ballet coordination. My routine right now is just simple thing. Side track. Ballet is a unique physical art form. We have to have twist motion, but you still have to be stable, and that requires a lot of strength in the back. Male dancers' responsibility is support female dancers, and that requires a lot of strength. Best for us to take many positions as possible to make any muscle that's weak to fire properly so that we have more elements that's working in our coordination of ballet.
Both are considered body weight training, meaning the weight of the body is the only resistance. Over time, the weight of the body will not be enough to overload, the muscle will not be varied enough for muscle adaptation to occur. Pilates and yoga are beneficial. For dancers, however, they often focus on the same muscle groups as dance technique. This can be problematic if variance is not included because stabilizer muscles are not strong enough to support the action muscles and are often engaging the same muscle groups as dance, which can cause overuse injuries. It is not being recommended the dancer stop engaging with these forms of physical fitness, but that dancer should consider utilizing a more varied routine of muscular strength training to increase overload and avoid muscular imbalance and overuse. Numerous studies have outlined the dancers either believe their technique class offers enough physical training or, and more significantly, mention that they do not have enough time to participate in supplementary training. There are several exercises that can be incorporated into a dancer's routine that are at a zero to low cost, can be done in a short amount of time, and do not require a large space. These few exercises outlined below are relevant to dancers and target various muscle groups. It is recommended that this be done after a warm-up. They can be performed before a class to prepare the muscles, but do be cautious to avoid overuse and exhaustion. Squat, specific to the posterior and anterior leg muscles, as well as providing ankle joint mobility.
Hi, I'm Tom Holland, Bowflex Fitness Advisor. This is how to do squats for beginners. When we think about lower body exercises, one of the first moves that comes to mind is the squat. It's been around forever and for good reason. It's functional, we do it in our daily lives, and to have truly healthy lower bodies, knees, hips, those joints, we have to be able to do the squat correctly and we have to be strong. So Lisa's going to demonstrate how to do a proper squat so you too can have a healthy lower body. So there's a couple things we want to think about. She's going to take a nice wide stance. She's going to put her hands out in front of her for balance, and she's going to sit back as if she was in a chair. So she's going to do a couple repetitions, and we're going to talk about what she's doing. So watch her knees. Her knees stay behind her toes. Most people, the first movement, they bring their knees forward. That's not how to do it. You want to sit back. The hands forward will help you do that. So again, her knees are behind her toes. She's looking forward. Her chest is up. And it's a natural movement. And as she does this, she's strengthening the muscles around her knees. So important. She's strengthening her hips. These are the muscles that we need to be strong, to be pain-free, and to be able to do our activities of daily living. She's going to do maybe 10 repetitions, 1 to 3 sets, and as she gets stronger, she can add a multitude of variations to the squat. This is your basic squat. This is what you're going to do to get started. All right, 1 to 3 sets, about 10 repetitions, and that's all you need to do. For more workout tips just like this, please subscribe to our channel.
Mobility. It can be done in both parallel and turnout positions, which can vary the medial and lateral thigh muscles. First rule of thumb, do not liken this to a plie. Alignment is slightly different and there is a different intent to the movement. Parallel. Legs are slightly wider than hip width apart, hinge at the hip joint, allowing for the pelvis to move posteriorly 90 degrees and the knees struck over toes. Arms can be placed on hips held above the head, straight forward or to the side. Don't move too quickly with flexing and extending the knees. Challenge. Do a few reps, then hold at the bottom of the squat. Hold weights for additional resistance. Do so gradually. Turn out. Legs are slightly wider than hip width apart. Do not go to your full turn out. No hinging forward at the hip. The pelvis will drop directly down 90 degrees at the knees struck over toes. Arms can be placed on hips held above head, straight forward or to the side. Challenge. Do a few reps, then hold at the bottom of the squat. Can do small pulses to engage the medial thigh muscles. Hold weights for additional resistance. Do so gradually. Lunge. Focuses on quad and hamstrings with pelvis in flex and extended position. This can travel or stay in place.
Hi, I'm Tom Holland, Bowflex Fitness Advisor. This is how to do lunges for beginners. Lunges, they're one of the most effective lower body exercises. They're natural, they're functional. We do them all day long. And the stronger our muscles are around our knees, which is what the lunge helps us do, the better. So we're going to show you how to do a lunge for beginners using perfect form. Lunges are not bad for you. Bad lunges aren't good for you, right? So we're going to show you how to do them correctly. Daisy is going to demonstrate one foot in front of the other is how you're going to start as a beginner. No movement, and she's going to do a stationary lunge. She's going to drop her body straight down. The couple things you want to remember is, now give us a couple repetitions, Daisy. So watch her movement. Her knee stays behind her toes. She's not going forward, she's going down. The knee, if you can, will stay right over the ankle. She's dropping her upper body straight down, her chest is up, she's looking forward, and she's working that leg in a safe, functional way. So you might do 10 repetitions on one side, then she would switch, bring the other foot forward, and again, watch as she goes up and down. The knee stays behind the toes. This is a natural, functional movement. We want to be able to do this. We want these muscles to be as strong as possible. When these muscles are weak, that's when we have pain. That's when we have dysfunction, right? So by staying stationary, this is how you start. This is how you build up strength as a beginner. And there you have it, how to do a lunge for beginners. For more workout tips just like this, please subscribe to our channel.
Stepping forward to make 90-degree ankle at knee joint. Tracking knee over toes. Be sure knee does not go over line of toes, but both legs stay in parallel. Arms can be placed on hips, held above head, straight forward or to the side. Challenge. When transitioning out of the lunge, lift the back leg directly behind slightly. Avoid too much movement of the pelvis. Guide the leg through the while balancing, stabilizing, and lift the knee up to the chest, then step forward. This will work on stabilization of the standing leg as well as increase muscular strength of the hamstring and increase flexion of the hip joint. Bridge, low impact core stabilizer and hamstring. Lying on the floor with knees bent, feet stable on the floor and knees parallel, lifting the pelvis directly off the ground. Avoid too much pelvis tilt until hip joint becomes neutral or flat. Slowly bring pelvis back down to starting position. Palms are facing the floor directly to the side to offer support. Challenge. Hold the top of the bridge after a few reps. When holding, can lift foot directly off the ground, making for one fully extended knee. Be sure the knee stays in alignment with each other and avoid the pelvis rocking from side to side. Weights and kettlebells, full body muscular strength and additional resistance. This will also add variance to the routine, and the various techniques will avoid overuse of certain muscles and joints. If you are a first-time user of these pieces of equipment, it is recommended that you review safety and proper use with a fitness professional. This can be purchased at a limited cost on online or at a local gym. There is an assumption that muscular strength training will bulk up and overly define muscles, which is traditionally not an ideal look for a dancer. When adding weights to a training program, the trick is to do a high amount of reps with a lower weight. Overload is still applied to the muscles through frequency and duration, but the intensity level is moderate enough to avoid overly defined muscles, avoiding the weight lift look. Implementing a consistent muscular training program will produce noticeable physical changes but will be highly beneficial to the dancer. Muscular strength role in the longevity and success of a dancer. Muscular strength allows the dancer to have the physical capacity to leap at great heights, perform complex, diverse movements, and to safely increase and stabilize his or her range of motion and extended positions. By providing information on muscular strength and how to incorporate it safely and effectively into a training program, dancers will have a longer, healthier career. So the next time you go into your stretching routine, consider adding 10 minutes of muscular strength training to support and develop your body's full potential.
What is muscular strength, endurance, and flexibility? Muscular strength is the maximal force your muscles can exert in a single effort. Muscular endurance is the ability to sustain or repeat muscular activity over time. Flexibility describes the range of motion of muscles at the joint. How does FitnessGram assess muscular strength, endurance, and flexibility? FitnessGram combines muscular strength, endurance, and flexibility into one fitness category to assess how well the musculoskeletal system functions. FitnessGram recommends tests of the upper body and the abdominal trunk areas because of their relationship to activities of daily living, good posture, and back health. The test items and methods are carefully selected to be safe, consistent, and accurate. Why is musculoskeletal fitness important? Musculoskeletal fitness can help you perform daily activities more easily, reduces the risk of injury, strengthens bone, increases muscle mass, and improves heart risk factors, healthy back function, and posture. Most important, adequate levels of fitness in youth can carry forward into adulthood, preventing health concerns and improving your quality of life. Can I improve my musculoskeletal fitness? Many factors influence fitness testing scores, including age, gender, and heredity. But calisthenics and other strengthening and stretching activities may help you improve your musculoskeletal fitness score. You can improve your overall health and fitness by being physically active for at least 60 minutes every day and practicing good nutrition habits. Healthy behaviors developed in childhood and maintained over time lead to healthy, active adults. Remember, health and health-related fitness are for everyone, for a lifetime, and it's personal. Choose activities you enjoy and stay active.